Good evening, everyone. Although all sports are virtually canceled, your local sports show is not.
That's right.
Welcome into Delmarva Sports Insider alongside Sports Director Trayvon Miles and Brandon Bossert. I'm Julian Tedor.
That's exactly right. Welcome to still the only live and local show, giving you all you need to know about whatever sports we have left.
That's right.
Here on the Eastern Shore.
Everything else may be canceled, but we're not. We're going to bring you all the live and local sports that we can here over the next few weeks, as long as everything seems to be, coming to a full halt.
Yeah. And obviously, this was supposed to be one of the busiest weeks of the calendar, and it all kind of got grinded to a halt.
Yeah,
because
very
of,
quickly,
because of
too.
what you've been talking
The
about all
coronavirus
week.
it's what's been dominating headlines, both sports, news. Everybody is talking about it. Your heart goes out to a lot of the players that have had their seasons cut short. And we're going to start with two teams in the Maryland area that we're really looking forward to going to College Park to play in a state semifinal.
Yeah,
that's right. We had two teams in Maryland going for state titles this weekend, we thought, but that's not happening after the MPSSAA postponed the tournament amid coronavirus pandemic.
That's exactly right. I caught up with some members earlier today of the Y-High basketball team who are still doing what they've got to do, even though we don't know if these games will ever be played. The day the balls stop bouncing. Gyms are empty all over the country, including here in Wicomico County at Y-High. The team was set to enter their 27th state Final Four this weekend until the coronavirus protective measures. The MPSSAA postponed the games, but there are hopes that the tournament gets completed in the near future.
We just heard this afternoon that the State Athletic Commission, it says it is not canceled, it is postponed, and we're going to see if we can get it in at the end of this 2-week session. They said they wanted, it was has such a storied tradition that they didn't want to lose it.
The unknown future about the games and the announcement by Governor Larry Hogan that all state schools will be shut down has put the team in a precarious position.
We can't even practice like that, so I just tell them to get together outside of school so we can keep grinding.
We've been trying to tell each other, hey, when it's time to go, we all gonna be ready and don't take no days off, still be in the gym working and still keep it up, because you don't know, anything can happen.
We tell the players that just don't do anything stupid, don't gain 50 pounds, stay in some kind of shape, because we might still be playing.
If the tournament does go on, there is still a possibility of restrictions. The tribe isn't concerned with any of them, but rather the opportunity to bring home a title.
And that would be really cool, and like fans is cool and all, but at the end of the day, if you have to play with no fans, we don't have to play with no fans. As long as we bring the ring back here, I think everybody would be really good with that.
But we want to play bad because we feel like we can just bring it home to go to another ring.
Trayvon Miles, 47 ABC. Now, Waller says if there is a legit chance to play, he thinks the state is hoping to get the games finished before the start of April, which is, in my mind, really going to be hard to do, especially given what the MPSSA just put out a little bit earlier about everything being halted until April 6th at least.
You'd hope that the games will be able to go on, but we saw what happened with the NCAA where they canceled not just the basketball championships, they've already canceled spring sports for NCAA.
Yeah, and it's just, our heart goes out to those guys at Salisbury University. Obviously, we want to get these games played, but I definitely think that it is necessary to err on the side of caution. That's why this is really a weird situation.
It is.
You don't really know who to get mad at. There's no one to get mad at, but you just feel for these athletes.
And Brandon Bossert, let me ask you this. The way our spring sports schedule goes, at what time do you think the state has to make a decision? These guys play for spring teams too, lacrosse, baseball.
That's the problem.
Can we have them even play in these?
I mean, honestly, I'm not an expert on pandemics, and I'm not an expert on when these games should be played. We know the spring sports are going to last normally until about Memorial Day. So at what point can you get a real season going and have playoff games being played and not run too far into the summer? And it's going to be
graduations.
Graduations.
Exactly. It's going to be a mess for the MPSSAA and eventually DIAA, which we're going to talk about next block, if they do want to continue on with spring sports. But it's going to a big factor in this is going to be the next couple of weeks. What's going to happen? What's going to happen with the news cycle? Is this going to continue to blow up? Because if it does, we're not going to see spring sports.
And as we kind of mentioned at the top, it's not just the boys that were looking forward to going to a state semifinal. The girls were looking to go from Easton to Towson University to play. Last night they were set to play Frederick High School for a chance to get to their first championship game since 1994. That's not going to happen.
Yeah, they were about to leave for Towson yesterday when head coach Matt Griffin said they were stopped. Take a listen.
Yeah, we were all getting ready to get out of the school parking lot. Bus was loaded up and getting ready to start making our trip up to Towson. And literally as we were getting ready to pull out, AD came out and got me and came in. We had a call with Jill from the MPSSAA to inform us that everything had been postponed. It's been hard just trying to keep the girls focused. You know, even now we don't know what's going to happen with the game. So, you know, we're going to plan as if the game could still happen at another date and time, hopefully, in the near future. And until we're told it's completely off, then we're just going to plan as it is and try to be as focused and ready to play.
What else can you do?
Yeah, exactly. It's a waiting game for everybody. And this is another team, just like Y-High. Y-High's been there, Butch has.
Yes.
But, you know, Easton Girls, they had this tremendous season, 2 wins away from a state title. They've been on an amazing run. So, again, just like those Y-High boys, your heart goes out to this team. It was so close to making history.
Yeah, and Coach Griffin put out a statement yesterday online just saying how thankful he was to be around this team. His daughter's a senior. Maya Jeter, who is one of their best players, is a senior. These are moments that you're not going to get back. So the state is in a tough position and ultimately just a very tough set of circumstances that we've ran into at this time of the year.
To me, that's the biggest tragedy is we're going to lose those moments. We're going to lose potentially these seniors for Easton who have a chance to win a title for the first time in over 25 years since 1994, like we mentioned, just 2 wins away. They could definitely win the 3A title, and now there's a very good chance that they're not even going to have that chance. It's a shame.
I will say one note. I mean, even though most of these seniors have figured out what colleges they're going to and things like that, for juniors and things, you also have to think about scouting, right? This is the last chance for many of them to prove that they can do it on the highest stage, and you're taking that opportunity away from them to say to these college scouts, I'm your guy, I can go D1, D2, D3. They're not going to get the chance to play on the highest stage anymore.
You can even take it to development. You got 9th graders that would be playing this time of year, 10th graders that would, and that's just being taken away in that experience of these state tournaments. Just not going to happen.
Just look at Antoine Wilson from last year. He got that experience in the state title game, and he comes back and he has a great season with Y-High. So
very tough for all involved, but that's going to do it for our A block. When we come back, we're taking it to Delaware. The DIAA action was off to a promising start this week when they were shut down. We're running you through it next on Delmarva Sports Insider.
Hi, I'm Jason Haney with Y-High Basketball, and you're watching Delmarva Sports Insider.